A Chapter 12 bankruptcy is a bankruptcy for farmers and fishermen. It is different from a Chapter 11 bankruptcy because the businesses of farmers and fishermen are vastly different often than other businesses. Bankruptcy is not always the option for a farmer or fisherman. If you determine that you're not going to be able to pay your bills as a farmer or fisherman when they become due, it's best to talk to a bankruptcy attorney then. It's best not to wait until the creditors start to contact you. It's better to contact a bankruptcy attorney and plan to file a bankruptcy or to address the debts of the creditors well in advance. When someone contacts us, a farmer or a fisherman, about a bankruptcy or when they're struggling to pay their debts, they're often very distressed. They've often not slept for several nights because they're worried not only about their farm and the business, but they're worried about their families, they're worried about employees if they have any, and they're worried about long-term relationships they have with their suppliers and vendors. So they're typically very distressed, and our goal is to try to answer all of their questions, to relieve them of as much of that stress as we can, and make a plan so they can survive their situation. It is absolutely necessary to get a lawyer when filing a bankruptcy, and particularly a Chapter 12 bankruptcy. Chapter 12 bankruptcies are very complicated. If it's a business entity, it's required by law that you have an attorney in our state. If you're an individual farmer and you practice in your own name or you farm in your own name, it's really necessary to have an attorney as well because there are lots of requirements. There are lots of rules, national rules and local rules. There are many reports that you have to complete, and a bankruptcy attorney will help guide you through that process. I have a fair amount of experience filing Chapter 12 bankruptcies. In addition to filing Chapter 12 bankruptcies, I also have very extensive experience farming. I grew up on a farm in Nebraska. We raised row crop corn and soybeans, and we had livestock. We had 140 head of cows, and we had pigs. After college, I worked for Murphy Family Farms in North Carolina, based in Rose Hill, North Carolina, and managed swine farms for several years, and that was all prior to law school. It is very satisfying to get results for clients that change their life forever. And bankruptcy is one of those areas of law that can do that because all the debts come into one form and all of the debts are resolved in one place and people can move forward with their lives. Gillespie & Murphy is a small firm, and the advantage of that is that we have a team approach to our firm. And all of the attorneys have access to your notes. You can contact any of the attorneys to get an answer to a question. Our staff is also very knowledgeable. We've worked with our staff for very many years, and you can contact most of our staff to get answers to questions. Clients hire us for many reasons. It's best really to look at our reviews. We strive in our firm to communicate effectively, to communicate quickly, and also to provide answers to the clients as quickly as we can. Client communication is fundamentally important. Our goal is to answer every phone call every single day if at all possible, or answer every single email every single day if at all possible. Sometimes answers require more time to research, but at least we will let you know that we received your email or received your voice message. In an initial consultation with a Chapter 12 bankruptcy, we will ask you lots of questions. It is important that we understand completely all of your issues. We need to know everything about your assets, everything about your debts, and what type of farming operation that you have. We also listen, and we listen extensively because we want to be able to give you the best advice possible so you can make the best decisions possible.